Let's talk about how to mind your P's and Q's and maybe your G's and B's and D's to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And our idiom or expression today is to mind your P's and Q's, which of course means to be precise, to practice, to have good manners, to be precise and accurate and careful when you're doing things, when you're saying things, when you're going about your life or your business. Well, this is one of those idioms that has kind of a fun background. There's about 3 or 4 different ways that it could have come about, but the most popular way and the most popular belief of where this idiom came from is back in English pubs, back as far as 1602, and it first appeared in writing in 1700, 1756 or something. A bartender would keep track of their patrons' consumption of alcohol by pints and quarts. Alcohol was sold by pints and quarts. So they would have a blackboard often where they tallied up their customers' pints and quarts so they'd know how to settle up at the end of the evening or whenever they settled up for people's consumption of liquor. And if they were getting out of hand or unruly, the bartender would say, mind your P's and Q's. It was kind of an admonishment to behave, fly straight, make sure that you're behaving in a way that's appropriate. And, once you're too drunk, you're out the door. Teachers in school, which is why I shared this little document, mind your P's and Q's, and G's. I think Q and G are more easily confused. B's and D's, but P's and Q's, even numbers. I've got a dyslexic son and a dyslexic granddaughter, and it's interesting. All little children, when they learn to write, will invert some characters, but we forget how many characters look a lot alike and are just one little difference away. Now, when I think of mind your P's and Q's with respect to running my businesses or business currently, I think of people and quality. My P's and Q's in my mind are people and quality, because people are our most important resource, and I want to make sure that they're taken care of and that I'm paying attention to people in all aspects of my business. And quality, to me, my definition of quality is how we do everything. How we do everything in our business. It's about our processes, our systems, our communication, our interactions, our customer service. It's inclusive of every aspect that's important to our business. How do we do that? And are we continually improving that? For our annual challenge this year, we're talking about mental health and mental well-being, thus the mind and mental well-being related idioms this month. And today we talked about words and our ability to define things in a way that works for us. So I've done that pretty much my whole life. When I was in corporate America working in the field of quality, some organizations define quality as this really narrow thing, inspecting quality into products and services. I defined it, as I shared, the way we do everything in every part of the organization, the way we are interacting with other parts of the organization, which was fun and challenging in some of the larger corporations I worked with, P&G and Gillette and some of those others, because they had this big silo effect where the different functions didn't really communicate or talk to one another until you got up to the director or the vice president level, which made everything take forever. And we know that if you've worked in corporate America, you know that sometimes decision making can take forever, which is why entrepreneurs and smaller businesses have the opportunity to come in and compete with bigger corporations, because they can be more agile, they can make decisions, and they can get things done more quickly. And part of that is because of how they define things and what's important to them in their organization. The cool thing about this whole topic is you, as the business owner, get to define things, and even as a human being, you get to define things any way that you want. We don't have to accept other people's definition of things. I don't accept the media's definition of prejudice, racism, white supremacy, or anything else that they're talking about, because they're actually perverting the definition of things or making things up to convince people to believe certain things. And I don't believe in that. I think we each need to think for ourselves and believe what's right for us. So love to know if you've had experience with minding your P's and Q's. I don't think I've drunken very many pints or quarts of anything alcoholic, probably in my high school days, but not recently. So, like I said, people and quality is how I define P's and Q's. How would you define P's and Q's for you, your business, and your life? Go out, make it an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow with another mental well-being related idiom to help us grow and build and supersize our businesses. Have a great day.